Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. YouTubers on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long boys blues, 1975.
This is Kawasaki's Superbike Challenge on the SEGA Megadrive and or SEGA Genesis, released by Domark in 1994. If you saw my very recent gameplay of F1 on the Megadrive, you'll know that this game features the same 3D polygon game engine, but obviously you're on a superbike. It features 14 tracks. It's not licensed other than the name of the bike manufacturer, Kawasaki, but apparently you can work out who the people are supposed to be. I'll tell you what I worked out. I'm playing this on my Mega Drive Mini using the True Blue stick, and if you go to the game description, once you've selected your game, they've clearly cut and pasted the game description from Wikipedia. That's fucking cool, to be perfectly honest. I mean, at least they put it in there, but yeah, cheap but cool. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with this game. This game also, because it, features the polygon game engine, was praised for its technical ability, also for its fine controls, or tight controls, I should say, fine graphics, and generally got pretty high reviews. Now, I've played it before, but I'm re-recording it again because I very recently came off the Formula 1 game, and all I can say is, I don't make my bike that small when I play. I find it far smoother, far faster, and not as choppy as the Formula 1 game, but maybe that's me. Maybe they got some, because this came out after the first Formula 1 game, but not the second one. Although I played the second one, so I shut up now. Maybe they got used to the game engine or stuff like that. Maybe it's the tracks that they replicated, because I'm assuming that's cool. That is cool right there. I'm assuming, this is all real tracks, even though it's not licensed. I don't know anything about bike racing. I certainly didn't know anything about bike racing back then. I certainly didn't even know this was a game that was available on the Mega Drive and or SEGA Genesis. I'll shut up now. Let's get into it. As you can see from that screen, it goes with the same route, which you do get. Half the screen is taken up by the map, which actually, as I found out in the last gameplay, or the Formula 1 game, is actually very useful. But clearly a way to keep the screen, or the actual racing portion of the screen running at a higher frame rate, I guess. And obviously I'm assuming this is the game engine. It's also based on the Vroom game engine from Atari ST. Shut up now. Race. I can't remember how to go into what I want to race other than, I don't know, can't read that. Don't want to, but yeah, put your name in there. Right, so gearing high, gearing low. There has been sunny weather for the last few days leading up to the race, so expect the circuit to be dry. European Brands Hatch, so that's Britain then. Lap 2.599 miles. So do I not, first of all, what happened to my face? Is that a massive amount of reconstructive surgery after I came flying off my bike and shit found my face? Because look at it. But yeah, I don't know what gear high, gear low means, but I can't select out of the, out of the blocks what track to race on. Maybe I'm missing something here clearly, but anyway, let's get into it. I'm gonna go with gearing low. I don't know what that does. By all means, someone tell me. Right, so A's accelerate. Just give it all the welly, and you wheelie, because you're a bike. Right, pause. No, you just got challenge or continue, not challenge, continue or quit. So, we don't have an option to go behind the bike like you could in Formula 1, which is a bit of a shame. But clearly, you could see in the demo that they made the, the actual sprite of the bike smaller. Bite the bike. Oh, it's a lot friskier than, doesn't like the grass. Alright. Can I go around the outside? No, than Formula 1. And also, when you lean, like a real bike I guess, it takes some time. Oh, there's people! That's smooth! Look at that! That's a sprite, obviously. May not look as nice, the sprites, the opponent's sprites to say Super Hang On, but they certainly, like, software sprite scale a lot better. Oh, this is a lot more. I'm not saying I was any good when I played the, look at that! They could have done Stun Runner with that! Yeah. I'm not saying I was amazing on the Formula 1 game, but this is a lot more frisky. But hey, I just overtook someone, so we can all celebrate that, can't we? I've achieved something. in the grand picture of things playing Kawasaki Superbike challenge. Say that 10 times. No reason, just say it 10 times. Whoop. I would say it's not as responsive, but it's not that. It's trying to, you know, replicate how a bike handles when you corner. Ooh. If you see what I mean. This looks so much better, like I said. This is far more impressive than the Formula 1 game. Was it that the tracks didn't have this sort of, you know, if they're real tracks, didn't have these sort of things? This is specific to bike racing. Again, I don't know anything about the sport, and that's why, because they replicated that in the game engine, it looks better than the Formula 1 game, but it looks better. There's just more stuff going on. Brake. I guess it's straight line braking, turn, and then accelerate. Again, I had a 50 DT, Yamaha 50 DT back in the day, so that was what? When was I 16? 1991? Maybe 2? That's when I had it. So that's my entire experience of real life biking. A Yamaha DT50. Pretty fucking sad. But that's because you used to be able to ride them, I believe, on a provisional driving license. And then they changed the law. Bastards. Hey, look at the background. I mean, look at it, Marge. Look at it. That's impressive. Where's my position? Again, I don't want to look for fear shit will find my face and I'll have to have a massive amount of reconstructive surgery and look like that numpty on the title screen. Oh, I hit him. I want a Street Hawk game with this engine. Who remembers Street Hawk? Knight Rider, but on a bike. And he ran for 1 season. I loved it. Ooh. Yeah. Controlling this is a whole different experience to Formula 1. As I said, and as you would expect, the game, not the sport, although probably that statement applies, but gonna take a whole lot of getting used to. Ooh, I have no idea how I didn't spank my face on both those posts. Got 170. But you should know that. It's in miles though. Oh wow, your brakes are fit. Would it have been carbon brakes back then? Eve, on a bike? I don't know. I why I went on a bike. That was the yokel in me. West Country coming out. Well, we are in Brands Hatch. Ooh! Yep, this is graphically very, very nice. Very, very fast and very, very smooth. Just the controls are spanking my ass. Where's my position? 14. There we go. Don't brake. Just find shit and crash. Take your finger off the accelerator. Is this qualifying? Why am I being lapped? I'm last and I'm being lapped. 3 laps. I noticed I've done because it didn't seem to change. I've no idea what's going on. I don't even know, like, if I selected a proper race. Hey, is that a skid mark on the road? Yes, that's cool. That's very. I'm impressed. Points for that. Domark. Points for that. Whatever happened to Domark? When did they go out of business? Or are they someone else now? Were they absorbed or amalgamated? You know, like big software houses used to do. They used to go all Borg and shit, didn't they? On smaller ones. Get rid of your competition. Or am I just confusing it with the Evil Alliance? You know, EA. I don't know what. Which is. I'm looking at the track at the top, which is my first and last mistake. I am hell impressed with this, really. Thought a Megadrive could do this. I didn't. Like I said, my only sort of experience with polygons on the Megadrive, which I still thought, as I said in the last gameplay of Formula 1, still thought was impressive and still love as a game, was hard driving. I know it doesn't try to go tits frisky fast like this, but this is something else. This is really impressive. Oh, ooh. Is there a pit? There was a pit in the other game, wasn't there? I couldn't find it, but that doesn't mean there wasn't a pit. Oh, you chuck on the anchors too hard. It twitches to the right. I'd like to say just like real life. Again, I don't know. Oh, imagine they did a split. Could they have done a split screen mode in this? That would have been even more impressive. That would have blown my tiny little mind in 1994 when I was, I don't know, 19 something. Probably wouldn't, because I already seen graphics from PlayStation at this point and for 3D in the arcades. But that's not the point. It's still incredibly impressive. It's a true story. Make funny noises like that and it guides you around the corner. Ooh. I mean, if anyone had this back in the day, have they, you know, is this just an improvement of the engine? Or is this actually what, you know, there's more stuff on the track because there's more stuff in bike racing? That would obviously depend on the fact if you knew bugger all about bike racing. Maybe you do. There we go. Chucking on the anchors. I do actually quite like that music. Music is Chief's best, as it is. But let's see if we can find one more. That can't be it. That's apparently it. We'll go with gearing high and see what that does. Oh no! Look, there's people here. What was the difference? I don't know what the difference is. Position 7th. I'm at the back. Ooh, that's probably not the way to start. I'm at the back of the pack. And when you think about how many are on the screen at once, and with what's going on with the scenery, size of the tracks, background, if you will, this is really, really impressive. Get back on. That got me the first time, didn't it? Ooh. But that posting, haha. Yeah, this is. I'm sorry, I'm going to shut up now because I'm just repeating myself. But it is what it is, and you know what I mean it is, and it is. I'm not going to say it again, but it is. Oh! I skidded. Oh look, and your windscreen is transparent. That's a transparency! There's probably some clever trick to that, I'm sure someone knows, and it's not actually a transparency. But it looks like it, so that's why I'm calling it. There's all kinds of impressiveness going on in this. That word I said I wasn't going to say again. Anyway, there is all kinds of it, and it's going on in this game. And I'm 16th. Oh! Gearing is even more gearing. It's even more tits frisky to control, I should say, when you set your gearing to high. Can I ram them off? I know that's not the game it's supposed to be, but imagine road rash like this. Oh, come on. It's like now, kick, boom, see ya. Ooh, no, and various other noises. So I try to wrap my head around the controls. There's that weird, massive weird. No, there's just that bloody harsh corner coming up, isn't there? No, there's not. Ooh. That was me doing an impression of a bike overtaking me. I thought it was quite accurate. That was that corner. Ooh, you didn't see it, but I could feel it. Oh, the controls made me kind of, well, emulated me feeling it. Some bloke hit me from behind. That's prison talk. Oh, and there's noises for the posts. I never noticed it before because, well, I hadn't shut up talking, but there you go. How many laps? I don't know. I don't know where to look. I'm scared. Hold me. I looked up and I'm still alive. Oh, it's Dunlop, I just noticed. You make good tyres, but shit trainers. If you had Dunlop trainers in my school, everyone ripped the piss out of you. We just go, look at your Duns. Well, I'm sure they had nothing to do. Well, maybe they did. There's all kinds of over the shop in this country. Maybe they did have to do with the tyre, the sports shoe company, and to a lesser degree the badminton rackets and squash rackets. Anyway, I've talked a massive amount of bollocks. I'm very much aware of that. But Kawasaki Superbike Challenge on the SEGA Megadrive. I have to say, like, the speed, the smoothness, the number of people on the screen and how well it scales them, you know, the polygons, and that little transparency. This is way more impressive than the Formula 1 game, and probably one of the most impressive Megadrive games I've ever seen. As always, I'd love to know what you think. Especially if you... Yoink! Bollocks. And all that good work just went straight down the crapper. Especially if you had this back in the day. And thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you later.